Today, our group will analyze the current media system in Hong Kong. The media in Hong Kong is highly diverse, as in the year 2016, there are 52 daily newspapers offered in various languages. The people of Hong Kong has a large appetite for the news, which can be reflected by Hong Kong's high ranking in the Newspaper Circulation Per Capita Index. So what are the strengths of the media system in Hong Kong? Well, as I just mentioned, newspaper circulation in Hong Kong is extremely high, as the people of Hong Kong like to be well informed of the everyday happenings in Hong Kong and around the world. Secondly, freedom of expression is protected under Hong Kong's Bill of Rights, giving the Hong Kong press some freedom in their reporting. Thirdly, Hong Kong has a wide availability of newspapers in various languages, including Chinese, English, Japanese, Korean, etc. Lastly, social media platforms such as WhatsApp, Facebook, and Google are very popular in Hong Kong, allowing many people to access the news online. However, there are also weaknesses to the media system in Hong Kong. For example, in 2014, more than half of Hong Kong's local media owners sat on China's government bodies, such as the National People's Congress. This had led to frequent cases of self-censorship as well as financial and physical threats against journalists, as the owners of the newspapers often controls what is put on their newspapers, often firing those who disagree with them. The influence China has over Hong Kong's media system are causing many Hong Kong people to worry, as recent events such as the disappearances of Hong Kong booksellers and Alibaba's acquisition of the South China Morning Post has angered many people. Lastly, the media in Hong Kong is highly polarized politically, as several newspapers often have political leanings, with some either being pro-Beijing or pro-democracy, which can often lead to readers getting biased or false information.
In order to improve the current media system in Hong Kong, we propose several suggestions to the legislation. First, we will draft up a media transparency law which applies to all broadcast, online, and print media. The real owners will be directly identified with their names, not companies or subsidiaries. We'll disclose essential owners' information publicly, such as their shareholdings in a media company, beneficiaries, and also indirect interests in other companies. With these information, the public may know who is actually behind the media more easily. They may also help to identify possible cases of abuse of power or conflict of interest. Media transparency law is already implemented in European countries such as Austria and Croatia, and is being promoted to other countries also. Take News Corporation in the United States as an example. Their ownership structure consists of mainly 4 levels, with the bottom level as the media outlets we currently see. But on top of them, there are News Corporation and News Corporation United States, and their owners are Liberty Media Corporation and Murdoch Interests. But without actually identifying their names, it is hard for the public to know who is actually behind them. We also propose to simplify the licensing process, to approve more free TV license to businesses. This will help to have more TV channels, especially we may also cater for foreigners such as Filipinos and Indians, which consist a large population here in Hong Kong. We also propose to simplify the licensing process for both TV and radio. Currently, the newspaper registration only requires the registration of owner, editor, and also their addresses for contact. For TV and radio, we think that it should also be possible. The authorities should only revoke their license when they perform unlawful actions, rather than screening them out at the application process. Through simplifying the licensing process, not only businesses can enter the media market more easily, the public may also benefit from having more media options to choose from. On the other hand, competition may also enhance the quality of media. They will then be more impartial to report news so as to attract more audience. Ultimately, the quality of media should improve.
We believe that media in Hong Kong should be more internationalized. As is shown in the picture, BBC balanced local and international news on the front page, while Hong Kong's largest English news SCMP has only one international news on its front page. We believe that balancing news from different regions can attract more subscribers with various cultural backgrounds, which is commercially beneficial to the news organization. More importantly, it also gives Hong Kong people the most up-to-date information of the outside world, which help us form our opinions. We need to learn lessons from other countries and make our own decisions, which will ultimately shape our society. NGO plays an important role in Hong Kong media system. They do make statements about events related to news media and journalists, but most of them don't perform actively. We suggest that instead of performing on their own, these NGOs should work together. For example, when a journalist violates the professional ethics, they should release the announcement. When government actions threaten the freedom of news, they could protest together and tell the public about the freedom we deserve. The power of NGOs has a large potential. As organizations composed of professional journalists, NGOs have a deeper insight of current media system. Therefore, they are able to create a stronger social influence. They are the ones who have the best opportunity to improve the situation. Apart from NGO, civic engagement is also a crucial component of supervision. The public ourselves are the consumer of news. We make decisions that may affect the whole society based on the news we consume. Therefore, civic engagement in media issue is not only our right, but also our responsibility. This is a picture of a protest concerning of freedom of news. Other than demonstrating on the street, we could also attain our goal during election. Vote for the candidates that respect the freedom of news and promise to develop news industry for Hong Kong people. Ask the candidate for a satisfactory strategy that will support public broadcasting service. Our appeal should be heard and seriously considered, and finally executed according to a viable strategy.
Government subsidy and empowerment. Talented and motivated individuals who can actually make a difference in Hong Kong's public sphere need an incentive to do so. Living in Hong Kong can be an expensive task, and the Hong Kong government can help them out by giving them certain incentives, like free office spaces or lower taxes. They can also empower journalists by financing them. Freelance journalism in today's world, and especially in Hong Kong, is a way of creating a neutral media and developing wider opinions. Also, over time, their investment pays off since it starts creating jobs. Protection. Hong Kong government offers the freedom of speech, and therefore a journalist should have the right to publish whatever he or she deems necessary and important. However, recent events like the disappearance of the mighty current publishing employees and threats to journalists shows you just how much journalists need aid and protection from the government. Threats to the journalists impede in maintaining a clear and just press system within the country. In the end, what we'd like to conclude is that the media in Hong Kong is very close to the polarized pluralist model. However, its basic foundation lies in the North Atlantic liberal model, considering the freedom of speech provided to the press and to the people. We feel better legislation and efforts from individuals and press organizations themselves can create a more transparent and powerful media system in Hong Kong.